Pacers had their chances on that sequence.
And Reggie Miller just looks like he has no legs left in the fourth quarter. We have seen him go cold in previous fourth quarters.
Hardaway rejected. Hardaway for three. Fielded by Grant. Horace Grant with a big bucket. And the Magic leading 85-82. The clock showing 3:15 left. Reggie Miller has missed his last three shots. Also been hesitating, has not been looking to take the shot. Jackson does. O'Neal with the rebound. Hardaway breaking. He stumbled and lost the ball. And a foul. Loose ball foul on Scott. Dennis Scott called for his fourth.
Able to secure the ball and then get undercut by Nick Anderson.
McKee, 7 for 7 at the line. He is a dependable free throw shooter, 74% for the season. And very casually hits both. 85-84, Orlando. Just under 3 minutes to go in the fourth. O'Neal out to set the pick. Hardaway with the step. Hardaway on the reverse. That was all Penny Hardaway, who now has 23. Orlando leads by 3.
And that is a bread and butter fourth quarter play for Orlando. That pick and roll with Shaquille, with Penny going to his left. Normally Shaq will roll on the play. Sometimes Penny will throw the lob up there.
Miller with 6 on the 24. Goes to the drive. Reggie Miller comes right back. And Indiana is within 1.
Now Reggie had enough legs on that one. He knew he was going to meet some company there to try to challenge that shot. Smartly took it to the other side of the rim.
Orlando with the ball. They lead by 1 point. We're down to 2 minutes to go. And Shaquille O'Neal again not able to hit the stuff, but he was fouled. That's his third missed dunk.
And all I can think of, Marv, is when Shaq misses these, it's either he's trying too hard or taking his eye off the target, and you can see his head turn a little bit to the left as they're hitting the heel of the rim. And of course, the other thing is he anticipates the fact that he is going to be fouled, and fouled hard, and maybe he's thinking about it.
Shaquille 0 for 6 at the line. For 7 from the line. 0 for 8 at the foul line. Perhaps Shaquille is missing the pinwheel effect.
He'll go for anything at this point to nail one.
Having an embarrassing time at the foul line. Reaching called on Grant. Horace Grant has fouled out. Horace departs with only 7 points, 3 of 8 shooting. He did have 12 rebounds. To the line, he's 6 of 7 at the line, a 75% free throw shooter during the regular season. You see 84 for the Suns. He's tied the game at 87.
Horace Grant just thoroughly disappointed, wanted to be in the ball game down the stretch. And Penny Hardaway saying, don't worry about it, Horace, we'll pick it up for you.
Well, that's a major loss, particularly involved in a close contest. Anderson able to get to the loose ball. Pacers and Magic tied at 87. A minute and a half left in regulation. Shaquille O'Neal picks up number 6.
Another play that the Magic like to use with that high screen roll. Not a roll when Jeff Turner's there. He's going to spot up. Catches at the top, has the option to shoot it, or Shaquille will try to dive into the lane and cover up his defender. He just did it with too much effort.
Bree Rollins replacing Shaquille O'Neal. Both O'Neal and Grant have fouled out. It has been a nightmare for Shaquille. 16 points, 0 for 8 from the line. Not in in there, Matt. But you mentioned Wilt Chamberlain might be in there in some form.
I don't think he had an offer for big numbers, but for some 20 attempts, and now the Magic going, just leaving Tree Rollins in a one-on-one situation for Rick Smits. I'm not all surprised by that, because Brian Hill, I'm sure, worried about Reggie Miller getting a wide. Did that, he might put Mark Jackson maybe on Jeff Turner.
Rick Smits getting the front rim, 8 of 10 from the line. And you can see Indiana 7 of 11 at the line here in the fourth quarter. 18 points for Smits. Make it 19 along with 7 assists, which is a career playoff high. Indiana by 2. Derek McKee is guarding Penny Hardaway. Shot clock at 7. Anderson for 3. And Smits with the rebound.
Well, just that little half penetration by Hardaway drew Mark Jackson away, and that left Nick Anderson with a great look, and he had it halfway down.
Down to 35 seconds. Miller still having his difficulties in the fourth quarter. Indiana with a 2-point lead. Orlando calls for time as the Indiana Pacers try to tie this series at 2. Orlando hoping to take a 3-1 lead, but it's Indiana with an 89-87 lead. Brian Shaw, who hobbled off earlier this fourth quarter, is back on Hill inbound. 28-10 seconds remaining in the fourth. 20 on the shot clock. They are on their feet at Market Square Arena. Hardaway once again guarded by McKee. Hardaway for Turner. Hardaway checking the clock. Backs it up to go now against Dale Davis. Here's Brian Shaw for 3. Brian Shaw, who hit a three-pointer earlier, comes off the bench to knock it down from downtown, and Orlando now leads 90-89 with 13 and 3/10 seconds remaining. Celtics back in 88, the three-pointer giving the Magic a 1-point lead. Orlando taking the delay of game to check out the Indiana alignment. 13 and 3/10 seconds to go in this fourth quarter, and Derek McKee will throw in.
Pacers have had success going inside to Rick Smits. The last time they did it, the Magic left Tree Rollins alone with him.
Indiana has 1 timeout left. They had some trouble getting it in. Down to 10 seconds. Jackson. Miller taking the shot. And a 3 for Reggie Miller to give Indiana a 2-point lead with 5 and 2/10 seconds to go. In the fourth, and the Magic calling for time.
Well, there you see the situation, but with Shaquille O'Neal fouled out, Horace Grant fouled out, the Magic have to be thinking 3-point shot here. Take their chances, try to get the win now, although they would take a 2 on the follow-up and take their chances in overtime, but I'm not sure. I have a good feeling they'll look for a 3-point shot here.
Shaw with a three-pointer to give Orlando the lead. Reggie Miller answering with a 3 to give Indiana the lead. Delay of game taken by Miller. Larry Brown able to check things out. Now telling Miller to drop off Scott. Hardaway down to 3. Here is the three-pointer. Yes! With 1 and 3/10 seconds to go. Anthony Hardaway hits the 3. An amazing finish here at Market Square Arena, Indiana. Now calls for the time, and Coach Dukas right on target. Everybody for the 3.
Everybody on the floor for Orlando capable of knocking.
1.3 seconds to go. And the Magic up 93-92. They do not have their delay of game, but they take the timeout.
Good idea to take the man guarding the passer and just track Reggie and watch where he goes.
All right, McKee will throw in. It's got to be a catch and shoot. Here it is. Smits with the catch and the shot. Indiana Pacers have won it at the buzzer. successive clutch shots, concluding with this. Rick Smits, with the move on Tree Rollins, able to hit. The Pacers win it 94-93, and this series is tied at 2.
Well, they were looking for Reggie Miller. He was played perfectly. Smits was the second option, and actually Tree Rollins trying to take away that first shot with just 1.3 left. Smits able to get the fake and then the step in and the game winner.